It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something? We just vibing, we just crazy, baby.
So what's up YouTube, it's Cralisa Victoria. I'm back with another video. I'm looking a bit rough, and I mean, it is what it is. So what happened today? So basically I have not been posted on my channel as much. I've been very busy, but I thought that now would be both the appropriate time and I had time to do this video. So basically my hair is kind of air drying. My roots are, you guys can see my roots are really thick. I just washed my locks about a couple hours ago and my hair is still air drying. It's practically dry, but there's still some areas that have to dry, so that's why it looks like the way it looks. It's not in a bun, it's not done or anything. It's just literally been washed and it is clean scalp type of chilling. I will get with my hair, you know, over the next couple days. Either I'm going to freeform for the rest of the month or I'm going to retwist. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with my hair, but it will be, you know, tamed when I have to go somewhere, when I have to do something. So like I said, you guys know I do videos when I'm looking super cute and I do videos when I'm looking super natural. And for me, it's cool because I'm 100% that person who's going to be themselves regardless of having on makeup or not. Obviously, yes, I want my channel to be, you know, presentable, and I want to be presentable as I come on my channel, but sometimes you just got to get the raw, uncut, unedited version of me. This video was not planned out. This video was not thought through. This video is just an off-the-cuff video. So basically, I'm sitting literally like in my living room, and I am working on my goals. I have my notebook. I'm going to show you guys what I have. So I have my notebook. I have one of my mini calendars. I have another notebook. Another notebook and a Kindle. My iPad's in the car. I have another book. A laptop. And on this side, I have about 5 or 6 books beside me. I wanted to make this video because we're in 2020, and I just want to say that it does not matter the day, the year, the anything. If you're going to be successful, you're going to have to do things daily to become successful. In one of my recent posts, I posted, I've yet to see a successful person, you know, make excuses as to why they can't be their most successful self. And what I mean by that is anyone who's become successful or is aiming to become successful works daily on the things that they want to become successful in. If you're trying to grow a business, you're going to work daily on that. If you're trying to master a program, for me, I'm doing my Master's of Arts in Law with a concentration in legal study. If I'm going to try or aim or strive to do these things and be successful at them, then it's going to take some work, some effort on my part. Excuses are not going to pay bills. Excuses are not going to keep friendships. Excuses are not going to keep relationships. Excuses are not going to build your brand. Excuses will not build empires. Excuses will not attract other people. Excuses will not get you networking opportunities. Excuses will not get you any of the things that you think that you deserve. Excuses won't get you the life you deserve. Excuses will not make you the person who you know that you are to become. Every night I go to sleep, I dream of success. I go to bed thinking about tomorrow. I think about all of these things because I am working on myself as a woman right now, but I'm working on the life that I want to build, that I know that I deserve. That life isn't going to be handed to me. It's not going to be given to me. I'm going to have to work for it. You see very, very successful athletes and successful actresses and things like that who have children who come up under them, and you think, oh, they're just going to be successful. Well, not necessarily. They may eat off of mommy and daddy's plate for so long, but as an individual, they're peons to everybody else if they don't develop their own, you know, habits or their own positive, successful traits as well. So we got to be not so focused on other people's path in life and focus on ourselves. We have to start weeding people and things out of our life that don't deserve to be there. You don't know a person an explanation as to why you made the decisions you made. You don't owe that job a reason as to why you decided to walk away. You don't owe those people in your life who don't contribute a thing an explanation. You do not owe anybody anything, but you owe yourself the better version of yourself. So I'm making this video to just basically come at you guys and say, be the best that you can be. You know, think about what it is you want. For example, I'm going to tell you guys a couple of my goals, a few of my goals. I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'm just going to tell you a few goals. For one, my skin. I break out a lot. You know, growing up, never really had acne. Never had any of that. As I got older, more into that hormone stage, more into food allergen stage, I began to break out. Too much of something, whether it be sugar, whether it be soy, whether it be anything, and I will start to experience breakout. Pretty much from everything that I eat. So, of course, I have to eat even cleaner. I already eat plant-based, but at the same time, I still experience breakout because I just have a sensitivity in hormones and, you know, and foods and things like that tend to start to give me more of a breakout. So what do you think I have right now? Water. I'm drinking water. Why? Because skincare and better skin improvement is a part of my routine. I woke up this morning at 161.2 pounds. That's big for me. Other people think not so big. I was bloated on a menstrual cycle one time and I seen 179 on the scale. Biggest weight I had ever seen. Disappointed, disgusted, and everything. Instead of sitting there and said, 179, I can't let that get to 180. What did I do? I began to do things that I felt like could bring my weight back down. Now, obviously, a couple years ago, you guys heard me saying in plenty of videos, when I went plant-based, that is when I noticed that I had gained an extra 30-something pounds. And I think most people think, oh, when you go plant-based, you lose weight. Not all the time. I was lacking sleep. I was gravitating to more foods because I was lacking meat and dairy and things like that. And I started to see the weight gain on me. And at first, you know, I started to notice it to myself. And then I had somebody rudely say something to me that made me even put more of a perspective on the fact that I had gained weight. So what did I do? I started to make, you know, progressive changes so that I can see that scale decline. So literally within a few months, I went from 179 to the 160s because I needed to make a change. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to think about it. I needed to make it happen. So within those few months, I literally went from 179 and then I started raking in at 168, 167, and I kept staying in that 167 to 169 range. However, I had dropped from 179, so I knew I was at least 10 pounds down and I was keeping the weight off, so I was proud. But then I started thinking, we got to get to the next bracket. I want to get to 125 again and be 130, no more than 130, as little as 125. And I said, I'm going to work. I'm going to work toward these goals. So what did I do? I went from 169 and now I am at 161.2 as of this morning. Now I've noticed within the last month, I've been fluctuating 164, 165 throughout the entire month. Lately, I've been fluctuating from 161 to 164. I haven't really been seeing the 165. And then over the last couple days, I was 162.4 yesterday, and then today I'm 161.2. I want to wake up tomorrow and be 150, well not 50, 159 or 160, because those are progressive changes. Even if I break even and I'm 161 in the morning again, awesome. I'm still improving. So obviously once I get 159, I've now decreased 20 pounds over months. I don't like that quick weight loss, you know, just because a lot of times when you lose it quick, you'll get it back quick. So it's all about decisions. I've been aiming to try to get, you know, enough hours of sleep. I'm going to start actually having a bedtime soon. I still go to bed pretty late, but there's a cumulative, well, I would say there's many compartments to being your best self. Enough rest, eating right, drinking water, taking care of yourself. There's so many, exercising, so many things that go into doing this. So for me, I'm going to be working out. You know, I mean, there's nothing that I do now that I have to change. It's just consistency is key. Also, my biggest factor is that sleeping. Not sleeping enough. So what do you think I'm doing? I'm up in the water game and sleeping more. And I'm stressing less. There's many relationships and friendships and things like that in my life. They're no longer serving me. So guess what? They're no longer entertained. You've got to understand that stressing yourself to a specific point is enough to kill you. And I don't want to be stressed to a point of hospitalization, stressed to a point of can't sleep, can't, function and things like that, because my life is so full of natural stresses and then, stresses that do not have to be there. I don't want to call them self-inflicted because they're not inflicted by me. I would say community inflicted because, there's people within or, like others who are causing the stress. So it's like, no, my peace, my energy, my happiness is all conducive to my growth. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to be cutting off. The new me is going to shock a lot of people because people are so used to me being that person who you can depend on. But the new me is saying no more. No more of giving what I'm not getting back. No more of that in my life. So you have to figure out what it is you need to rid yourself of. So that's number one. So I'm at 161. Let's get to, goal is to be in the 150s by the time March 1st comes. Very possible. I'm literally a point, like 2 pounds, 1 point something away from being 159. So that is my goal over the next 6 days. Get to 159, 158 and regularly weigh in at that. So by maybe like April, maybe I can be back down to 140s. So there's goals within goals that I'm going to keep working on. Another thing, making sure that I write out all my goals for 2020. Did I write them out before 2020? Yes. Did I write them out in beginning of first quarter? Yes, I did. We're coming up on the end of the first quarter of the year in April. By April 30th, I need to make sure I check off my first quarter goals. I need to make sure that I'm a little bit further in my businesses. There's a lot of things that I need to make sure that I'm doing. So what do you think I do? I invest in myself. I work on my goals daily. I do things that are going to build me up and make me better. So those are the things that I'm doing. Things that serve me. Things that are conducive to my growth. So I just really wanted to make this video, but those are a couple things, couple goals. I know it's a little long-winded. It was off the cuff, but I just want, if you don't get anything else out of this video, I want you to do this. Stress less and do more for yourself. This is the time for you to be selfish, especially if you're single. If you're not married, be selfish. Do not let everybody else's problems become your problems. That's a weight that you don't have to carry. Don't carry it. Be successful. Write your goals out and, be the best version of yourself. You only have one life to live. Do not live it with regrets. You see this in our generation all the time where people are so caught up on making sure that they meet the stereotypes of the world of, make sure that you're engaged and married by this time. Make sure you have children by this time. Make sure you do this and that. But where's the same energy on making sure you're successful before you do those things? The trajectory needs to be changed in the world that we live in today. I literally seen a girl the other day who looks like she was about 14 with a baby. Now, obviously, everybody has their circumstances. Everybody has these differences. But all I can think is she has so much life left in her. And now at 13, 14, you have a baby that you're walking around with a carriage. Am I here to judge her? No. But I'm just thinking, if we had put more emphasis on becoming successful before we end up in these situations or giving more sex ed, from home instead of expecting the schools. Parents nowadays say don't have sex. They should be saying, if you do it, because I know that you probably will at some point, make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you do A, B, and C. So I think as a whole, as a community, as families, as things like that, we need to be better at giving our family members and friends and children a better approach as to what not to do and what to do if you do what I say you don't need to do. So I definitely think that there's a lot that needs to be, fixed within our world. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but I would hope that the leaders right now would be the ones who would bring forth reformation. So I'm going to end this video. It's about 15 minutes long, but I just wanted to say what I had to say. I'll be back on my channel more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me get back to my goals, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.